What's going on, guys? Today we're going to get some work done on the 95 Civic. I reached out to Flashark. They had sponsored us a couple of exhausts for Jaime's EG Civic, also Justin's EF Civic Hatchback. We put a couple of those on their cars. We're going to try out their coilovers today. On their website, this specifies it's for a 96 to 2000 Civic, but it's generally the same, similar to how I have my Speedy rods on here. As long as this fits on the rear EG, it'll work for the EK, and it looks like they made it that way already. They have included washers. I had test fit an EG lower control arm on the rear, so I shouldn't have any issue putting these on. We're gonna see how these fit, how they feel, drive for a little bit, and just try to test longevity on them. Did the same with a handful of coilovers from Max Speedy rods, and want to see if potentially we can do the same with this, and maybe we'll offer other options in the future. Here's a look at a set of, these are from a 95 Civic, and you can see they fit perfectly in here. There's enough room on both sides. So they will work. If you are using them on an EK, you can go ahead and use the supplied washers. You do have the brake line brackets for the front and also the spanner wrenches. I'm gonna get these thrown on really quickly and see if we can adjust this height. So this car is a 95 Highland spec Civic. It's on stock suspension already. It does look kind of low. I mean, it really seems lower than like a US model. Granted, it does have the bigger 15-inch wheels and a 195/55 tire, but we're gonna try to reduce that gap. Looks like we have about 2 fingers front and rear on completely stock shocks and springs. So let's get these thrown on really quick, do some adjustments, and take a look at them. All right, so after getting the fronts off, these, I don't know, these remind me of like a lowering spring, how they have all of these like compressed coils on top. I don't know what they are, honestly. Like this one, like maybe it's not though. This one's an aftermarket shock, and this one has the Honda right there, and this is the passenger side. Passenger side is obviously leaking. It's weird. I don't know what the hell this thing is. It was on there like an extra spacer. When I put them at the same height, the passenger side's a little higher. Maybe they did that to help offset the shock that was blown. This one does have whatever this PHC is, but it looks like it has the original Honda number on there, the part number. So I don't know, I guess maybe they could be lowering springs, maybe they're original. I don't see any sort of marking. Who knows? Regardless, we'll get these thrown on. I think, I don't know, I'm probably just gonna leave the height where it's set. I think they're both similar. I'm just gonna leave them as is, throw them on and adjust accordingly. It's always easier to do that. And let's see how these go. All right, so the front, I like to drive over the wooden blocks, kind of help the front settle a little bit without actually taking it out of the backyard. I mean, it's nice. Barely tucky a little bit of tire. You can obviously see it looks way cooler already. This side, it looks similar, maybe a little higher. I mean, it'll be fine for now. Let's get these rears thrown on and try to make some final adjustments. So on this particular car, it even has different control arm. I don't know if this is, it's obviously an OEM arm, but I don't know if they came like that on this Thailand model. Shocks and springs. I don't know, does it look cut to you? It is, look like cut the spring. So these were cut, that's why it's a little lower in the rear. And I think the fronts were probably lower in springs after all. So, it's weird, it's like, I think it's, I'm sorry, shitty focus. Looks like it's cut, but they welded that little piece on there or something, I don't even know, man. Thankfully I have those spare arms, we're just gonna throw those on with the coilovers. I think I'm gonna leave the height alone because looking at the top to the bottom, it's gonna lower it also. These shocks look really old too. Be nice to freshen it up. Maybe I can get some nicer lower control arms in the future, but those are easy to change. Let's get all these swapped out and get on the ground, make some final adjustments. Just another small piece of information on this Thailand spec hatch. I don't think the rear discs that are on it came on this particular model. The only reason I've noticed when I took off the passenger side on this car is, can you see it right here? This is cut. This is actually the wiring for the ABS sensor, and it's cut. I think they swapped these on here and they painted the caliper and everything else around it to try to look a little nicer. But I think it probably initially came with drums and maybe it was just swapped at some point. Who knows? All right, so completely finished. Man, it almost looks like I don't need to really adjust anything. After finishing up the rears and trying to get it to settle, this one is just barely tucking a little tire. The 195/50 gives you plenty of room even though the fenders aren't rolled. The 195/55 I meant. If you're curious, these are 15x7 plus 28, so they do stick out a little more, but not a lot. I mean, the 195 is fine. There's plenty of room there. And the same with this side, I think. Okay, so it looks like this side is a tad lower. And there's still, let me see. Yeah, there's maybe like a 1/4 inch between tire and fender without rolling. I think this side looks better. It looks more tough. And then this tire, maybe it's probably a little bit higher than the rear. And then this one I think is the highest. But I mean, for not adjusting them, it came out pretty solid. I think I'm just gonna lower and fix a couple more. I think I'm gonna lower the front, maybe like 1 rotation here. Leave this one alone. I think I'll probably leave this one alone too to compensate for when you're driving, the extra weight. I think I'm gonna spin this one probably 1.5 or 2 full rotations and then tighten all the coils and leave them alone for now. Let's get that done with. When adjusting it, similar to most coilovers, you have the locking collar, which locks the actual shock itself into the lower cup. You want to make sure this is loose by spinning it, of course, counterclockwise. Make sure these two are tight, and then you can spin either. You're gonna go, I guess this would be counterclockwise, is gonna take it up. And if you spin down clockwise, that's gonna take it down. So adjust it accordingly, however you feel fit for your car. And then when you're done, just make sure this one's tight. Make sure these two are tight against each other. And when installing them, the brake line bracket fit perfectly on both sides. Don't forget to tighten the fitting for it back here. It's a little Allen, it's a hex head or an Allen wrench, whichever you may have. Hold that in place. And yeah, they fit perfectly fine on here. These are an 8K front and a 5K rear, non-adjustable. We're not expecting the world out of them, but get the car lowered and see how they do. All right, guys, we're all done. Took it for a spin. Her rides as expected, as you would on an 8 and 5K spring rate. I haven't made any adjustments to the height. I did swap some different wheels onto here. We took the buddy clubs off Jaime's hatch. They're 15x8 and a 225/45 tire. We just wanted to see what it looked like, swap them around for a little bit and kind of get a look at fitment. The 15x8s obviously fit, I think, better on EGs, but it looks good. I think I need to roll the fenders a hair in the back so it doesn't catch, but ride height stayed where it's at. Feels decently solid. I think the one thing to determine is longevity, hoping nothing breaks, hoping nothing leaks. We don't really know. Flashark is a relatively new company. They've only been around, actually this March, this year is their 6th year anniversary, so I'm sure they'll probably continue to try to make parts as long as business is going well for them. But I dig them so far. They look like a decently solid coilover for the price. Like I said, the time always tells. See how everything goes, but they fit perfectly fine. They didn't have any issues adjusting them up or down, tightening the perches. I don't know if purple's their signature color for their coilovers, but it's just what they decided to use. You don't really see it under here anyway unless you're looking, but solid looking coilover, excuse me. But that wraps it up, guys. I'll keep you updated on future use, see how they do. If they stay on this car, if they ever go into a different car. But I want to thank Flashark for sending us the parts, also the previous parts they sent us, kind of taking care of us with small sponsorship, and appreciate you guys watching, always checking everything out. Working on these random old Hondas all the time, and hope you guys enjoyed the content today. And we will see you all soon. Take care.